like this. I can hear. Good evening. We are live in the den on the campus of Beechwood High School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, where we will be bringing you live play-by-play action of tonight's battle between your 5-1 Beechwood Tigers, led by Coach Eric Getz, and the 4-4 Christian Academy of Louisville Centurions, led by first-year coach Aaron Hill. I am Mike Murphy. My partner tonight is the councilman, Greg Polgears, and our producer is Katie Murphy. We are the Beechwood Sports Radio Network. Greg, in this day and age, you know, we're blessed to have a game tonight, and you know, got to give a big shout out to Coach Hill of Cal and Coach Getz of Beechwood. You know, after Lexington Christian had to cancel at the last second yesterday, Ryle had to cancel tonight's game. You know, had to do some juking and jiving to make this game happen. Christian Academy of Louisville graciously agrees to come up and play this game. Thank goodness for that, and it should be a great game. It should be a really great game between two high-powered offenses that can get up and down the floor.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Everything nowadays, unfortunately, is a moving target. Yeah. So, luckily, not only was Beechwood able to replace Ryle with an opponent, they were able to do it with a very quality opponent. And Mike, you know, obviously we have not seen Christian Academy of Louisville play this year.
Right.
Their record's only 4-4. However, offensively, they are a juggernaut.
Well, they are. They come into tonight averaging 80.3 points a game. They've allowed 73.1 per game, but this is a team that can absolutely light it up in a heartbeat. They are led by probably one of the best sophomores in the state of Kentucky, a young man, George Washington III. How about that name?
Love it, love it.
Ranked in December as the 14th best class of 2023 shooting guard, not just in Kentucky, but in the nation.
Yes.
He is going to be fun to watch. He comes into tonight averaging a very impressive 24.8 points per game. He's going to be a challenge for this team. Probably, one of the top players, if not the top player they'll see all season long. Definitely the best sophomore. So he's going to be fun to watch. But this team is not just George Washington III. They've got several standout sidekicks that can light it up. Specifically, senior big man Stephen Wersch and senior Braden Daniels. This is a team that, if the Tigers allow this team to get running, to control the tempo, it could be a long night. But, this is definitely a game that Beechwood should win.
Yeah, no doubt, Mike. Defensively, they're just going to have to play good, strong, disciplined defense. You're going to have to make sure that the help side is there on Wersch because they have the perfect inside-out game. Wersch is a load inside. They can kick it out to either Braden Daniels or George Washington, who are both big-time three-point shooters. They've made more threes than twos. Tonight's going to be a fun game, Mike. Should be an up-and-down, electrifying contest.
Absolutely. At this moment, we're going to take a quick break so we can pay tribute to our nation and listen to the national anthem. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in. Go Tigers. Another fantastic job right there by the Beechwood Choir virtually with the national anthem, Greg. Always impressive, weren't they?
Outstanding, yes.
So getting back to tonight's matchup between Beechwood and Cal, Greg, the thing with Cal, they very tough 7th region. They this is a team that has not had a lot of success over the last decade, over the last 10 years. They're 124 and 169. They've only had one winning season. They've only made one 7th region tournament. And coming into the preseason, they were picked 7th, 8th, or 9th in the 7th region this year. They weren't expected to do much, but people were not aware of George Washington III and what he was going to bring to this program. He is a program-changing player. And Cal is starting to turn heads in the 7th region. They've really, they've had a really nice start to this season. As you said, the record 4-4, not necessarily, will blow you over. But I mean, they took Louisville Trinity into overtime. It was one of the top teams in the 7th region. They took DeSales, who was a very good team, into the fourth quarter. Lost that one 85-79. I mean, they're pushing really good teams. So, this is right now the Centurion program, Centurion Nation, their supporters. They are they are looking at this team. They're looking at George Washington III as the program turning around, turning into something successful. They have a lot of hope for the rest of this season. So this is a great challenge for Coach Getz and his Tigers.
Yeah, anytime, Mike, you add a player the caliber of George Washington to a new team, yeah, he's good, and it's a huge uptick of talent, but it takes a while to gel that team.
Yeah.
It takes a while to build the chemistry, to know your teammates, and to really get the flow going. This is going to be a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with at the end of the year.
Yes. And for those of you unaware, George Washington III, this is his first year at Cal. He transferred from Texas. His dad was a coach for the women's program at the University of Texas, and they moved back to Kentucky after he lost his job when Texas women's head coach Karen Aston was let go after the end of the season.
George Washington right on cue, Mike. 2 dribbles, pulls up from
Right
the free
there.
throw line,
Right
knocks
there.
it down. He is a legitimate Division I recruit, Mike. I know Louisville is very high on this kid right now,
Yes, they
along
are.
with several other D1 programs. Great backdoor cut by Cam Decker. Good pass by Scotty Drought, unable to convert. LCA, Mike. Wrong.
It's tough. I know. I've done the same thing.
Cal pushes the tempo, gets a nice runner out of number 12, Connor Hahn. Will Downton with the ball, sets up the Beechwood offense. Skip past to Roth, back to Downton. Downton finds Herget. He penetrates. Beautiful drop pass.
Yeah, what a great pass right
to
there.
Scotty Drought for an easy 2. Tigers looks like they're coming out in half court man-to-man. Cam Decker draws the assignment on George Washington. Gets over to Hahn. Hahn back to Washington. He's the focus of the offense. Puts on the floor, goes left. Pulls up into double coverage. Cam Decker with the block.
It's a big night for Cam Decker. He's drawn the assignment on George Washington. You can tell he's fired up right now.
Legesti penetrates, kicks it out to Daniels. Daniels, a three-point shooter. Pulls, no good. Rebound by Drought. Drought looks to push the tempo. He's going left, gets in the paint, spin move, goes up strong, puts it off the glass, and it's good. Tie game, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Washington running point for Cal. Uses the screen, goes right. Drought switches, penetrates. We have a whistle on the floor, Mike. I believe that's going to be a block possibly. Hand check on Beechwood.
Foul on Scotty Drought. Greg, in fact, George Washington III is receiving interest from Louisville, as you mentioned, but also Ohio State, Missouri, Florida State, Cincinnati, Purdue, Auburn, and Memphis are very interested in this young man. Again, class of 2023, only a sophomore.
That's quite an impressive recruiting list. Daniels pulls for just inside the two-point line. It's short. Wersch with the rebound. He kicks it out. Gets to the Hahn. Hahn penetrates, loses the ball. Cal will maintain possession.
A great comparison to give folks listening tonight an idea of how good George Washington III is. Those around the 9th region will know of Jacob Meyer. He is. A lot of people think he is a more polished, better version of Jacob Meyer.
Coach Getz not happy with that. An easy lob off the inbound to Wersch for an easy 2. But there is Will Downton answering with a 3. Downton comes in shooting a blistering 53% from the three-point line.
How about that? Just lighting it up all year long. He's really improved in that area, and that is great for this Tigers offense.
Tigers again going man-to-man in the half court. Daniels with the spin move, puts it up, no good. Rolfe comes up to the rebound. Will Downton brings up the floor. He's guarded by Washington. Gets over to Drought. Drought puts on the floor, pulls up, free throw line extended, knocks it down. 9-6 Tigers with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and in order to win a game like this against a high-powered offense, Scotty Drought's going to have another great night.
George Washington penetrates, draws the triple coverage, puts it up off the glass, no good, draws the foul.
Great. Just to give you an idea of George Washington III's scoring numbers this year against Bardstown and Newport Central Catholic, he scored 33 points. Against Kentucky Country Day and Bullitt East, he scored 29 points. So he's filling it up.
First free throw is good. Washington, a 90% free throw shooter.
That's not bad. That's
not
a good
bad.
number.
No, it's okay. Second free throw's up. It is good also. Drought's going to run point for the Tigers. Washington has switched. He's now off of Downton and on to Drought. Drought gets it to Downton. Now they switch. Drought puts on the floor, penetrates, drops off to Herget. Herget pulls for 3. No good. Worsh with the rebound. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. He's a lefty, goes up, loses the ball. There's a tangle for it. Ultimately, off Worsh. Tigers will take possession.
I think Coach Gatz, while pacing that sideline, I think wearing a path again.
He sure is.
I think he really, I think he wants to see a little more intensity from these Tigers right now.
Downton over to Decker. Decker puts it on the floor, gets in the post to Droud. Droud post extended, penetrates, kicks it over to Herget. Herget looking for a Cam Decker, but it's deflected. Tigers will maintain possession. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go in this first period. Tigers lead by 1. Droud's going to inbound underneath his own basket. And to Downton. Downton finds Droud in the post. He goes up strong.
There we go.
Scotty Droud, a very efficient start to the evening.
Yeah, Greg, we were remiss to mention that Scotty Droud at the end of the St. Henry game, he scored his 2,500th point. Just a remarkable career for that young man, and he just keeps racking those points up. But congratulations to Scotty, his family, and the Beechwood coaching staff for that accomplishment. Not an easy thing to do.
Tigers are now going with a 3-2 zone. Will Downton, again, we've talked so much about the activity of Will Downton on the defensive end and his long arms. He causes the jump ball there.
Outstanding effort and intensity, a hustle play right there. Love to see that from Will. And these Tigers thrive off of that, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of a run here.
Droud with the ball, free throw line. Gets it to Rolfe. Rolfe over Downton. Downton pulls. No good. Rebound by Legesti. He brings the ball up the floor. Hahn penetrates, goes right, goes up strong. I believe we have a foul on Cam Decker. That will be shooting. He will go to line and shoot 2.
Greg, George Washington III's father, George Washington II, great name, monumental name, actually.
Monumental.
He is the girls coach at Louisville Mercy after leaving the University of Texas women's program, where he was an assistant and recruiting coordinator for 8 years. He was hired at Louisville Mercy and Christian Academy Louisville, and Coach Hill reaped the benefits of George Washington III, ending up on their roster this season.
Cal showing a 1-2-2 full court pressure zone. Long pass to Brady Moore. Brady Moore finds Cam Decker. Decker kicks it out. Willie Downton pulls for 3. No good. Cam Decker keeping it alive. Unfortunately, off of him. Cal ball. 11-10. Tigers lead. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go.
Greg, Cal has not scored less than 73 points in a contest this year. Their lowest output looks to be a 73-point effort against Newport Central Catholic on January 21st. They won that game 73-63. So I think Coach Hill and the Centurions not used to having only 10 points at this point of a contest.
The freshman, Luke Earhart, comes and checks in the game, immediately goes to the basket for 2.
And he's another good young player that is the Centurion program is really excited about.
Again, beautiful take by Scotty Droud. Gets to the paint, hangs, floater off the glass, easy 2. Tigers regain the 1-point lead. Washington goes right off the screen, pulls for a deep 3,
wow.
No good. Rebounded by
Cameron Boyd there.
Cam Boyd came up with it. Boyd gets the ball from Brady Moore, goes left, picks up his dribble, back to Moore. Moore over to Will Downton. Will Downton to Droud. Droud pulls for a deep 3. Short. Rebound by Worsh. Worsh pushes the tempo, left-handed, little runner off the glass.
It's a nice play by him.
Nice Euro move there, Mike.
Yeah. The Centurions
Droud double-teamed. Jump ball.
Oh, wow, okay.
That will be Cal ball, I believe. Yes.
The Centurions come into tonight's game averaging, the 80.3 points a game, but also shooting 48% from the floor, 38% from beyond the arc. They average over 10 threes a game, and 73% from the free throw line. So they are efficient.
Mitchell Berger checks in, Mike. We have an early appearance from number 11, Mitchell Berger.
Yeah, and I think what you're seeing there is the Mitchell Berger, in the short time he's been back from football, he has really impress coaches on the JV level, and I think Coach Getz is looking for a spark from that young man who had an unbelievable sophomore year on the football side of the athletic program here.
Tigers do a great job sharing the ball, penetration kick. Basket is no good. Right on cue, Mitchell Berger.
Mitchell Berger had 6 points in the JV game tonight, and without question was the best penetrator. He scored six. He scored on six penetrate and finishes. And he looked great in that JV game, but he's looked really good all year. And he is a leader on the floor. Only a sophomore, plays like a senior, leads like a senior. He's fun to watch. Not just football, but basketball and baseball as well.
So Earhart run the point. Kid's got some handles, Mike.
Yes, he does.
Turnover. Tiger ball. Stroud comes in after getting a short breather, checks in for Cam Decker. Minute 30 to go. Tigers down by 1. Stroud will run the point. Cal switching over man-to-man now. Stroud spins, goes up strong off the glass. A lot of contact, no call. Berger tried to keep it alive, couldn't come up with it. Worse with the ball. He again goes coast to coast. Ill-advised pass. Will Downton got a hand on it, almost stolen. Foul ball on the sideline.
Will Downton kissing baby, shaking hands in the stands on that one. Great effort. Well, he just gets around like nobody else. I mean, he's just so athletic.
It's amazing. Leguesti inbounds George Washington. Now he's guarded by Mitchell Berger.
And there it
Tries
is.
to split the double team, loses it. Will Downton goes up.
Oh, goodness,
Michael!
Showtime.
Two-handed dunk.
Wow. Speed, athleticism, basketball, just
insane.
Basketball greatness right there. Great job, Will Downton.
Let's see, Mike, who was that? I believe that was Braden Daniels.
Yeah,
Penetrates,
Braden Daniels,
draws a foul on Will Downton. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. 42 seconds to go in this first period.
Well, and that's it. Get back to Mitchell Berger and that play he just made defensively. The other thing they love is his defensive intensity. He is a bulldog. He will not be pushed around. He will not back down from anyone. And Coach Getz and that staff, they love that, and they want that in their players. And they're looking at Mitchell Berger as somebody who can inspire the rest of the team to do that as well.
Braden Daniels' first free throw is good. Tie game with 42 seconds. Stroud checks back in. Berger will take a seat. Daniels' second free throw is up and good.
.40 seconds remaining, 16-15. Christian Academy of Louisville leads.
Looks like the Tigers going to be content, spreading the floor, holding for one shot. Stroud with the ball, just past the Tiger ball. Over to Moore on the left wing. Moore back to Stroud. 16 seconds. Stroud just narrowly avoids the 5-second call. Moore with it, gets to Stroud. 8 seconds, he's got to go. 6, 5, 4. Crossover, penetrates, kicks it out to Cam Decker. Decker pulls for 3. No good. That'll end the first quarter. Tigers trail by 1, 16-15.
Greg, real quick, we just want to give a tip of the cap and a shout-out to our JV squad led by the best JV coach in the state of Kentucky, Ross Hart. Beechwood knocked off Cal 53-39. How about our JV Tigers continuing to light it up from outside? 9 triples tonight, Greg. The Tigers are led by junior Carl Gabbard, who finished with a game-high 13 points on 3 triples. Carson Way, a floor general like no other. He's going to be Carl. There are some really good players on this team that are going to be leaders next year. Carson Way with 10 points and a triple. Sophomore Trevor Logue, he finished with 8 points and 2 triples. Sophomore Andrew Goodwin, who is another one of those young players that is really impressing Coach Getz and his staff. He finishes with 7 and 2 triples. Mitchell Berger with 6. Sam Stacy with 5 points, including a triple. And Ty Evanston with 4 points. Beechwood Tigers JV moves to 5-0 on the year. So congratulations to those guys. Pipeline is rich.
Yes, it is, Mike. Yes, it is.
All right, here we go. Second quarter of action once again. 16-15, Cal leads our Beechwood Tigers.
Mike, I would think one of the points of emphasis in the second quarter is the Tigers have done, in my opinion, a very good job of containing George Washington.
Yeah,
however,
absolutely.
they've allowed the complementary players to get in the paint for easy buckets. They're really going to have to stop the penetration.
All right, Braden Daniels, he kicks it in to George Washington. He gets it across the timeline, guarded by Herget. Free throw line, kicks it out to Daniels. Daniels, corner three. He misses it. Rebound, Cam Decker. A little contact there, a little push. No call, but Cam with a strong rebound. Will, top of the key. He is defended by Cole Hodge, another impressive freshman for Coach Hill and the Centurions. Off ball stolen by Cole Hodge. He brings it across, drives, layup. No good rebound. Braden Daniels who puts it up and in. 18-15. Centurions lead. 7:28 remaining. Ball tipped out of bounds there. Looked like by the Centurions. Cam Decker will inbound. He gets it to Scotty. Scotty brings it up the floor, guarded by senior Braden Daniels. Kicks it over to Decker, left wing. Decker over to Cam Boyd, top of the key. Cameron dribbles to his left. He's defended by Tyler Legesti. Bounce pass over to Decker. Decker drives elbow. Tries to kick it out. Boyd there. He puts up a runner. No good. Fight for the rebound. Legesti comes up with the ball. So right now, Tigers not necessarily finishing like Coach Getz would like to see. Stephen Morris, runner. No good. Rebound, Cam Decker again.
Defense.
Nice job by Cameron Decker. He's really playing strong on the boards right now. Rolf, left wing, over to Scotty, top of the key. Thought about a three. Now he's going to fire. He misses, and a rebound by Wersch. He loses it.
Nice
Cam
job by
comes up,
Decker.
Cam turns, puts it up, and in.
Great job by Decker to get his hand on the ball.
Cameron Decker all over the place right now. GW the third, bringing up the floor. Top of the key, defended by Mr. Football, Cameron Herget. He drives. Great job right there. But they're going to call Cameron with the foul, I believe. Yeah, they'll call Cameron Herget with that foul. His first, Beechwood's fifth. George Washington will inbound. He gets it into Wersch. Wersch trap, dribbles, lefty puts it up, and it falls. 20-17, Centurions extend the lead to 3:6:18 remaining in the first half.
Wersch, an impressive ball handler for being a big man.
Yeah, he's good. Cameron Boyd, left wing. Runner, jumper, falls.
Wow.
Nice job, Cameron Boyd. That's the Cameron Boyd that this coaching staff has seen on the JV freshman and middle school level for years. He's a star in waiting.
Cameron Boyd.
Oh, and there we go. Will Rolfe picks up the lost ball. Right wing, cross court to Decker. He fires for three. That's it. Outstanding. Cameron Decker lighting it up right now, having a great first half. 22-20. Tigers take the lead. 5:39 remaining. The president across half court. Hodge in the corner. Hodge, baseline. Reverse.
Stepped on the
baseline, out of bounds. Turnover, Centurions. 5:28 remaining, 22-20. Tigers take the lead.
Tigers on a 5-0 run, Mike. Be nice if they get another one here.
Connor Hahn checks in, and Stephen Morris will take a seat.
Mike, I'm still so impressed by that pull-up jumper by Boyd.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice. I mean, that's what separates a lot of players on the high school levels, the ability to pull up for the jumper off the dribble.
Herget left wing looking for Scotty on the post, thinks better of it. Herget tries to find him, loses it. Daniels comes up with it, but then Herget steals it back. Rolfe, right corner three, he fires, misses off the back of the rim, rebound by Tyler Legesti. Legesti over to George Washington, he fires,
out of bounds.
Misses it, out of bounds. Well, he'll put it up from anywhere, won't he, Greg?
Yeah. I mean, that's a fast break, contested three he just pulled up for. But, you know, when you got that talent, you can do it.
4:59 remaining, 22-20, Beechwood leads. Rolfe will run the point. He brings it up the left side of the floor. He's defended by Tyler Legesti. Dribbles towards the top key, over to Boyd, right corner. Boyd drives, stops, pops, hits another jumper. Cameron Boyd. Wow.
Mike, he was fading away at a 45-degree angle, off balance, impressive jumper. Boyd feeling it out of the gates tonight.
And what we've been looking for from Cameron Boyd has been confidence, a little bit of the swagger that that we've seen over the years, and that the coaches have been trying to pull out of him. We're seeing it right here in this second quarter. Legesti fires for three. He misses it, and Hahn comes up with the rebound. He loses it.
That'll be
and
Tigers ball.
Another turnover by the Centurions. Coach Hill a little frustrated right now with his squad right now, a little sloppy, not hitting shots. turnovers. So and the Tigers, I mean, how many times have we talked about in these situations, these lulls that opponents have, take advantage of it and put points on the board.
Boyd now is going to run point. I think Coach Getz probably recognizes the hot hand.
All right, he gets it to Herget. Herget over to Scotty. Legesti, great defense, taps away. Scotty comes up with it. He drives, and they're going to call a foul on Tyler Legesti. That's his first and Cal's first. All right, Cameron Herget inbound underneath basket.
Double screen for Will Doughton.
Looking for Doughton. He finds him in the corner. He fires. Hits
Nailed it.
Another three. Will Doughton. Tigers take a 7-point lead, 27-20. Back-to-back threes by Cameron Decker and
Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's an 8-0 run for the Tigers.
I think so. Keyed by the 2 threes by Doughton and Decker, and the jumpers by Cameron Boyd. All right, Connor Hahn, he drives. He puts up a runner.
Nice
no good.
rebound
by Cameron Boyd. He gets it to Scotty. Scotty brings it up the middle of the floor, defended by Hahn. Scotty dribbles, elbow, runner.
That's a lot of
contact. He draws contact, and he will go to the line. Fouled there by freshman Cole Hodge. Actually, they're going to call the foul on Connor Hahn.
Well, Mike, that was a situation where you could have picked either one of them.
Yeah, right. All right, Scotty at the line. 3:31 remaining in the first half. 27-20, Beechwood leads. Free throw.
Good. Mike,
all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
28-20. All right, Mitchell Berger and Cameron Boyd, the cousins, check in. Will Doughton and Cameron Herget will take a breather. Free throw. Good. 29-20. Biggest lead of the game for Beechwood.
2 confident foul
Full court
shots by
press
Scotty
here.
Stroud there.
Hahn brings it up across the timeline. Mitchell Boyd fighting with George Washington III right now. That's a great matchup. Tyler Legesti, top key, free throw line, kicks it out to freshman Cole Hodge. He fires a rainbow three, hits it, 29-23. And Beechwood will call a quick timeout. 3:12 remaining, 29-23. Greg, what do you think?
You know, I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Mitchell Berger.
Did you see that?
In the minutes we've seen so far,
yeah.
He is basically face guarding George Washington. Doesn't care what's going on. He's not backing down. He's getting a little physical with him, roughing up a little bit, letting him know he's there. I'm impressed by it. He is not backing down.
Well, you know, he's just one of those. He's just one of those kids that you know, once the bright lights are on, he's on the stage, whether it be a football field, a baseball diamond, or a basketball court, he is one of the most intense competitors that you'll ever see, and that's what. It's that more than anything that has him on the floor right now.
Yeah.
All right, on the floor for the Tigers, Cameron Boyd, Cameron Decker, Scotty Stroud, Will Doughton, and Brady Moore. 3:12 remaining, 29-23. Freshman Cole Hodge just hit a big three for Cal to stop the Beechwood run. Brady Moore will bring the ball up the floor, across the timeline, defended by Daniels, gets it over to Scotty, right side of the floor. Scotty right in front of Coach Hill, cross court to Brady, left wing. Brady shows a three, then kicks it over to Will. Will gives it back to Scotty. Tigers reset their offense. Over to Brady. Brady drives the elbow, kicks it out to Will. Right corner, three is good. Another three. Tigers filling it up from outside Greg Polgears, 32-23.
You know, this Tigers team, we've seen it repeatedly throughout the season. If you play a zone against them, they're going to make you pay for it. They're going to shoot you. They will shoot you right out of that zone.
All right, Braden Daniels, senior, gets it to the president. President dribbles between his legs. He's trapped by Boyd and Decker.
Great double team.
Gets out of it and loses the ball. Great defense by the Tigers right there. Scotty down the floor to Cameron Boyd. Boyd puts it up and in.
Beautiful.
Great finish right there. Cameron Boyd, he can get downhill quick. He has 6 points in the second quarter. Braden Daniels brings it up the floor. Tigers lead 34-23. Daniels, top of the key. Dribbles between his legs, fires, long three. Wow. No good. Missed badly. Tiger ball, 2:02 remaining.
Mike, this Tigers defense has really come together this second quarter, and you almost sense the Cal is just absolutely getting frustrated now. They're starting to hoist some poor shots.
Well, they average close to 38 points per half this year, and they're 23. It's just a fantastic defensive effort. The Centurions are rattled. Decker, right wing, looking for Scotty, bounces it into the post. Big matchup here. Senior against freshman. Scotty misses the shot.
A lot of contact,
Worsh
Mike.
back in the game.
Contact.
Yeah, Worsh gets
No
it to
call.
Hodge. Hodge loses the ball.
Oh, come
and
on.
they're going to call a kickball. They're going to call a foul there on Cameron Decker. That's his second. Tyler
Coach
Legaspi
Getz letting the official have an earful about that one.
He's letting him know how he feels about it.
You know, Mike, a lot of contact on Drought on the post, and then you come down the floor and you call that reaching.
Right.
That, you know, which I'm not saying it wasn't, but it was ticky-tack compared to the no call down here.
All right, Luke Earhart, impressive young freshman. Defended by, he's going to lose this battle. Earhart delivers, and he scores.
Nice
That's
floater.
nice
Nice
shot right
floater
there.
by
I was
Earhart.
wrong there.
And another nice jinx by Mike Murphy.
Yep, absolutely. And Scotty. And Scotty is fouled. Foul on the floor. 34-25, 124 remaining.
Ty Everson for the
this is
Tigers is going to check in.
Connor Hahn with the foul. Cameron Herget will inbound. Ty Evanston checks in. Mitchell Berger takes a seat. And for Cal, we are seeing for the first time number 34. I don't have a 34.
Brand Babin.
Inbound. Gets it to Evanston. Evanston back to Boyd, over to Scotty. Scotty looks for Cameron, thinks better of it, and then dribbles towards the right side. Backs it out, lets the offense reset. Defended by the freshman, over to Brady Moore. Moore back to Scotty. Scotty's going to take this mismatch. He's going to take it to the hole here. Oh, he's going to kick it back out to Brady. Brady, left elbow runner, kicks it out to Cameron Boyd, who had to show his wide receiver skills. He gets it to Evanston, over to Mr. Football. Mr. Football into Scotty Drought. Scotty. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Cole Hodge. And that, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a mismatch.
Yeah,
you know, there was a lot of contact the last time, so they're going to keep going back to that.
You know, again, we just go back to Scotty Drout's strength inside and his ability to either draw the foul, score, or if he's double teamed, he's going to find the open man for a three. It's just it's so tough for an opposing defense.
All right, 45 seconds remaining. Tigers lead 34-25. Outstanding second quarter effort here by these Tigers. Boyd with the ball, defended by Hodge. Over to Scotty, left side of the floor. There's another mismatch right here. See if he takes advantage of this. Scotty over to Evanston, left wing. Evanston. 20 seconds remaining.
Normally, I'd say Boyd has had the hot hand, get it to him for the last shot, but with this mismatch, you got to get it to Drought.
All right, Herget.
Got
right wing. Gets
there
it to
it
Scotty. Scotty has leverage, gets
and one.
And puts it
Basket
in.
is
And
good.
the foul is going to be called on. Let's see who they call that on. The Centurions. It'll be on Cole Hodge again. Yeah, I mean, in this situation, I mean, that's just the Tigers are able to isolate Scotty and Cameron Boyd onto these young freshmen. That's just they're just mismatches. 8.4 seconds remaining. Free throw. Good. 37-25. Tigers 12-point lead, looking really strong here in this first half.
I always like the substitution like that, Mike, after the made free throw. Gives your defense time to get set up for this final shot of the quarter.
Hodge, cross court to Earhart. Three, desperation.
No
in
good.
And out, no good, and that will do it for the first half of action. 37-25, Tigers lead. Again, fantastic second quarter effort. You know, we saw a little bit of a lull there in the first quarter, but, you know, the Tigers just turned the afterburners on here in the second quarter to give them this 12-point lead.
Yeah, Mike, you almost wonder, you know, these two teams are not familiar with one another. You know, don't know how much tape they've watched of one another. It was almost like a prize fight in the first round. They're just kind of feeling each other out, and then second quarter, that's when they started throwing the haymakers.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the Centurions came in averaging 80.3 points a game. That's 40 points a half if my brilliant math mind is correct. They're 15 points under that right now. That is a fantastic defensive effort.
Absolutely.
So with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll let Katie provide some of her brilliant insight. Well, okay, actually, we're not going to go to a break. Greg, so have you looked and seen all of the COVID cancellations over the past couple of days? It really is
incredible, Mike. It really has been.
You know, I think on Thursday night, I think there were 42 across the state.
Yep.
You know, and again, I don't have the exact numbers, but it just seems to be growing. And I know all of us in Tiger Nation are keeping our fingers crossed that that we can get as many games in as possible,
Absolutely.
finish the season. But man, it's crazy. Also, just a couple of things. Greg, I'm not sure if you saw this, but the 9th Region Tournament will not be played at NKU this year. How about that?
I saw that, yes.
Yeah, and that is unfortunate. My understanding is currently what's going to happen is the first round matches will be played. I guess the teams that the higher seeds in the first round will have the right to host at their home facility, and then the the further rounds will be played at Holmes High School.
Yeah.
That's the current setup.
Yeah. So Northern is not allowing fans at all to games this year, so that is the reason for the switch. Holmes will allow a limited number of fans, so certainly Holmes has a great arena, perfectly suitable to play the 9th Region tournament.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw an interesting debate today online about whether or not, a lot of people are like, oh man, that's unfortunate for these kids not to have that experience.
Right.
On the other hand, there's a thought process that college courts the experience is overrated, and you have to kind of adjust your game to that.
Sure.
So, what do you think about that?
Mike, yeah, I see both ways. I mean, as a player, it is easy. It is easy to get so excited and amped up to be able to go and play at a beautiful arena like Northern. Every kid wants to play in an arena like Northern. But with that being said, Mike, you're dealing with different dimensions. You're dealing with an extra 10 feet, and I don't care how good a shape you are. If you're not used to playing on a college court, that extra 10 feet makes a difference throughout the game.
Right. It'll be fun. I hope we get to it.
Yeah.
Real quick, and then we're going to take a quick break. Scoring numbers for the Tigers. Scotty Droud leads the Tigers with 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Will Downton with 11, 4 of 6 from the field, including 3 of 5 beyond the arc. Let's see, Cameron Boyd with 6 points. I believe all 6 in the second quarter when he hit those 2 jumpers. How crucial were those, Greg?
Huge. Absolutely huge. They sparked the run.
Yeah, Cameron Decker, 3 points, and Cameron Herget with 2 points. The Tigers as a team shot 53.6% from the field, 33.3%, 4 of 12 from beyond the arc, and 3 of 3 from the line. Rebounding numbers, the Tigers are trailing 16-13, but we seem to kind of lessen the gap there in the second quarter. For Christian Academy Louisville. How about this? George Washington comes in, George Washington III, the presidential young man himself. He comes in averaging 25 points a game. Right now he's sitting 4 points, 1 of 5 from the floor. That is incredible.
Yes.
But also for Cal, Braden Daniels with 4 points, Connor Hahn with 4 points, Luke Earhart with 4 points, Cole Hodge with 3 points, Stephen Wersch leads Cal with 6 points. They are shooting 36% from the floor, only 1 of 7 beyond the arc, 14%, 6 of 6 from the line. The big number there, 1 of 7 from beyond three-point line. They average over 10 a game. That is the key right there to the difference in the score here. So, interesting numbers, but great first half by Scotty and senior leadership. Textbook 101 right there. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick break, and we will be right back with second half action. Once again, Tigers lead 37-25 over Christian Academy Louisville. And we are back here at the Den at Beechwood High School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, where your Beechwood Tigers are leading Christian Academy Louisville 37-25. Great first half there by the Tigers. Defense, Greg.
Absolutely.
You held one of the top scoring teams in the state to only 25 points. That's how you win basketball games right there against good teams.
Absolutely. Mike, it'll be interesting to see how Cal adjusts for the second half.
Yeah.
You know, because you kind of wonder, these kids that are used to getting theirs, are they going to start to force bad shots or not? Or are they going to play within the system? And, you know, especially a guy like George Washington, he can penetrate, draw a triple team and find the open man.
Well,
but he's only a sophomore. You know, that mentality may not quite be there yet.
Right,
I don't know.
Right. 9 turnovers in the first half for Cal, only 2 assists. Just a struggle. I think they're in just kind of hearing, you know, I kind of walk past the coaching staff coming back up here, the Cal staff. They are frustrated, not only by their team's performance, but also the officials. Which we've seen some outages there, but I don't think the officials had anything to do with that.
No, not at all.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 37-25, third quarter action. Greg, take us away.
Rolfe runs a point, goes left, finds Decker. They go right to the post to Droud. Droud, shot fake.
Oh, great move.
Oh, Scotty. Great move by Scotty. Completely clears out the defender, unable to convert.
That was a great look there by Daniels, but unfortunately, Tyler Legesti unable to bring it in and put finish there.
All right, so Droud's run point. Gets over to Rolfe for 3. Shot is short. Official timeout. Will Downton goes down, Mike. I'm not sure what happened there. May have rolled an ankle possibly. He limps off the floor, but appears to be okay. So coming off the official's timeout, it will be Cal ball.
Cameron Boyd will check in for Downton.
Legesti will inbound. Tigers appear to be going full court, man-to-man defense. Herget pressuring George Washington for the coast to coast. Gets over to Daniels. Daniels puts it on the floor. Pulls it back out, resets the offense.
Greg, do you remember George Baker in the 90s at all? Do you remember him?
I do, buddy, I do.
That's who George Washington reminds me of. I think he played at DePaul.
Yes. Daniels gets the ball, penetrates, lefty, puts it up. No good. Cam Decker with the rebound, saves it. Gets it to Rolfe. Rolfe to Droud. Droud pulls a double team. Spin move, puts the defender in the blender. Up off the glass for 2. Basket is good.
What a great play right there. 17 points for Scotty, and he's going to head to the line for a freebie.
Quick shout out to a special guest tonight. Joe Harney is in the stands.
Oh, Holy Cross's finest.
Yes, played 2 years, I believe 2 years behind Getz. They won the 9th region championship together.
Those teams with Harney and Clark, Todd Clark, those were great teams.
Brandon Daniels with the rebound. Brings it up the floor.
I'll tell you what,
by Boyd.
Greg, Braden Daniels, he's come out to play here in this third quarter.
President with the ball, guard by Herget. He goes right, hand checked, foul on the floor.
Foul's going to be on Cameron Herget.
Officials are having a little convo here, Mike. I think there's a little extracurricular there. Maybe I did not see anything, but I may, exactly, maybe a little chirp in there.
Yeah. These Tigers are not they're not opposed to using their powers of their oratory skills. George Washington being one of the greatest orators of all time. Wow.
Wersch gets the ball, spin move, goes with baby
nice.
hook, nothing but net. Nice move by Wersch, Mike. Crowd run point. Over to Boyd on the right wing. Boyd finds Decker. Decker shot fake, penetrates, kicks it to Herget in the corner. Herget.
This is what you call controlling tempo right now.
Gets it out to Droud. Droud penetrates. Gets it to Decker. Decker pulls for 3. Basket is no good. Boyd keeps it alive, however, unable to come up with it. Legesti brings it up the floor, across the timeline. Gets over to Hahn. Hahn goes to the basket strong. Nice move by Hahn.
That was nice.
So 10-point lead by the Tigers. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Rolfe setting up the offense. Finds Herget on the left wing. Herget to Decker. Decker to Rolfe on the right wing. Finds a Drought, top of the key. He comes off the screen, pulls for three. Well short, out of bounds. 5 minutes, 38 seconds.
At this point in the game, not necessarily, you don't have to fire from long range here. Be patient, find a higher percentage shot.
So Hahn brings the ball up the floor. He penetrates, kicks out to Wersch. Wersch, the big man, knocks down the three.
I tell you what, he's an impressive player. I mean, he's got all the skills.
Cam Boyd, shot fake, gets it out to Drought. Drought thought about a long three, puts it on the floor,
Kicks
out to Boyd. Boyd pulls for three.
There it is.
Knocks it down. Cameron Boyd and his hot shooting continues in this third quarter.
9 points. Was that 9 for Cam in the game? I believe it's 9.
George Washington gets it up to Daniels. Cal coach working the officials hard. George Washington, the president, pulls for three, knocks it down. 42-35. Tigers lead by 7.
Tigers going to have to be careful not to let him start hitting shots like that.
Yeah, the last thing, you contain him the first half. The last thing you want to do is let him get his confidence going. Skip pass to Herget. Herget pulls for three, left wide open, no good. Rebound by Hahn. Hahn pulls the tempo, almost loses it, gets it up to Legesti. He gets the Wersch. Wersch goes baseline.
Wow.
Up and under, easy two. Mike, you got to cover it off the baseline. Too easy.
You have to. You can't let that happen.
Tigers lead has evaporated to 5. Coach Getz going to take a timeout and talk about it, Mike.
Well, and you could see immediately upon the beginning of the second half, you could see the intensity level for the Centurions was turned up big time, especially led by Wersch and Braden Daniels, two very talented seniors. So I think I'm not sure what Coach Hill said there at halftime, but it's working, and they've cut the lead to 7. They are now doing exactly what Beechwood did in the second quarter to build their lead. They are taking advantage of some poor decisions, some poor shots, just that they're taking advantage of a lull, and they're not allowing the opportunity to pass them by to get back in this game. So, we're going to have to stop that because, again, this is a team that they can score in bunches, in flurries, so you can't let this go on much longer, and I think that's exactly what Coach Getz is telling his kids now. You need to turn it up. Yeah,
no doubt. I think the Tigers won the half. They felt great about where they're at in this game. They felt great about how they played in that second quarter. Unfortunately, I think that's led to a drop in intensity, so they're going to have to pick it back up from here on out.
And on the floor for the Tigers, Scotty Drought, Cameron Decker, Cameron Boyd, Will Doughton, and Cameron Herget. Cameron Herget awarded the Kentucky Football Coaches Association Mr. Football Award on Wednesday. That was awesome, by the way.
Will Doughton comes off the screen in the corner, pulls for three, no good. Rebound by Daniels.
So another misfire on a three-point shot.
Daniels finds Wersch. He goes left, across the timeline, straight to the basket. Help defense is late. Luckily he misses it. Will Doughton unable to come up with the rebound. The president does. He puts it up from the free throw line, extended. Will Doughton with the rebound.
Oh! I don't know about that.
So Stephen Wersch comes up with the steal, goes up. Will Doughton appeared to have a beautiful block, but the official calls the foul.
Again, we're at a weird angle, but it was right in front of us. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't think the official had the angle. I think he kind of assumed there was some body there. There was no body.
All right, Wersch at the line. Wersch leading this third quarter comeback run for the Centurions.
Wersch's second shot is good. Tigers lead down to 3. Doughton running point.
Scotty on the blocks.
Boyd gets the ball on the wing, guarded by Washington. Washington with the steal. He's going to go up strong against Cam Herget. Puts in the basket. It's good. Tigers down to 1-point lead.
The president doing presidential things right there.
No doubt. Scotty Drought penetrates, goes up strong. Cal wants to charge. Officials call the block. Basket is good. He'll go to the line for 1.
Foul on Tiger Legacy. That's his third. Mitchell Berger checking in. I think, again, Coach Getz wanting to see, he's going to give Cameron Herget a breather. He wants to see Berger come in and show that intensity and that toughness.
The officials,
Will
Mike,
Down,
I'm not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Will Down's just looking at the official. He's still wanting to debate the finer points of that call earlier.
The officials having a little powwow here. I'm not really sure what this is about.
Dinner plans later, maybe?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh boy.
Mike, it appears to me they may have changed the number of the player committing the foul for Cal, which I don't understand. I mean, there was only one guy there. Free throw, no good.
Hahn with
Rebound
the
by Hahn. He's going coast to coast up strong. No good. Droud with a man rebound among three guys, and he is fouled.
And that foul will be on Stephen Warsh. It's getting heated on the floor right now.
It is starting to get a little chippy here.
Yeah.
This contest is getting very physical, and the officials have called, let's say, a couple questionable calls this quarter, Mike.
It's,
so
there are definitely some conversations to be had around their performance.
So I think your tensions are starting to run a little bit high. Droud will run point. Never mind. Hands it back off to Will Doughton. Will Doughton across the timeline. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this third period. Will goes right, finds Boyd, back to Will. Tigers doing what they do best, and that's spraying the floor. Mitchell Berger on the high post. Gets over Cam Decker on the left wing. Decker penetrates, gets in the paint, kicks out to Boyd. Boyd pulls for three. Knocked it down. He is on fire, Mike.
On fire. Second three-pointer of the third quarter, and I believe that's 12 points in the game for Cameron Boyd. This is the game, and what's been talked about on the coaching staff and then amongst those in the circle. They've been waiting for a breakout game from Cameron Boyd.
Absolutely.
This looks like it's the game.
Mike, I don't think Boyd's missed a shot tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I actually think he missed two in the first half, but I believe those are the only two he's missed.
Okay. Washington puts on the floor. 2 quick fouls picked up by Mitchell Berger.
The henchman.
Yeah.
He's coming in to deliver a very deliberate message to the president.
Cal inbounds.
Be careful getting in the baseline.
Goes baseline, pulls up for the short jumper. No good. Rebound by Droud.
Warsh has missed two, maybe 3 shots in a row, and that's helped the Tigers kind of push the lead out a little bit here.
Droud brings it back out. Tigers spreading the floor. Uses the screen by Boyd. Penetrates, kicks it to Will Doughton. Will Doughton pulls for 3. No good. No good. Another quick foul there by Mitchell Berger. Let's see, Mike. That's probably his third, I believe. Maybe his fourth. That's his third.
His third, Beechwood's 5th. Brady Moore checking in the Tigers bench, cheering Mitchell Berger's effort there.
On inbound for Cal.
I think Berger had a very specific role designed for himself by the coaching staff tonight.
Tigers coming out man-to-man defense. Worst ball, top the key. Gets over to Hahn. Hahn penetrates. Picks up his dribble in the paint. Kicks out to Daniels. Daniels finds Hahn. Hahn pulls for 3. Short. Gets his own rebound. Drops off to Warsh. Warsh kicks it out to the president. President pulls for 3. Short. Rebound by Earhart. Earhart loses it. Doughton comes up with it.
Tigers in transition.
Doughton wisely did not have numbers. Wisely pulls it out. Minute 28 to go. Tigers up by 6. Brady Moore sets up the offense. Finds Doughton on the wing. Backdoor cut by Droud. He goes up strong. He is fouled. Basket is good. No call.
What a pass there by Will Doughton. That play, when they can pull that play off, it is a work of art.
Earhart, guard by Moore. Uses the screen, goes right, penetrates. Officials call Brady Moore for fighting through the screen there. 49-41, 59 seconds to go.
Cameron Hurriot checking in, and Will Doughton will take a breather. The final minute of this quarter.
Present, guarded by Boyd. Gets over Daniels on the right wing. Finds Hahn at the free throw line. He pulls up. Basket's good. 48 seconds to go. Tigers lead by 6. Brady Moore brings the ball down the floor, guarded by Jason Williams.
I like that.
Moore penetrates, kicks it to Herget. Herget goes left. Kicks it over to Drought. 35 seconds to go. Tigers spread on the floor. Double team coming on Drought. He gets over to Brady Moore. No problem there. 28 seconds. Moore goes right, almost loses it, comes up with it, spin move, penetrates, kicks it out to Herget. 20 seconds to go, Drought with the ball. 18. 15, Drought's double team, gets it over Brady Moore. Brady Moore double team, calls a timeout wisely, 11 seconds to go.
Good thinking there. The Centurions had him trapped. He was in a bad spot, so nice job right there. So nice job by the Tigers there to the Centurions put themselves within striking distance of taking the lead. Nice job of fending that off and making sure that you didn't go into the fourth quarter trailing, which is not good against a team like this.
Absolutely. So. The Tigers certainly aren't where they'd like to be right now. Right. I'd say, Mike, but it's much improved to how they started this third period. So, let's finish this quarter strong.
Yes.
Hopefully 6 points. Hopefully they can extend the lead to 8 or 9 here, and hey, go in the fourth quarter with their foot on the gas.
All right, on the floor for the Tigers, Decker, Downton, Drought, Boyd, and Rolfe.
So Willie D will inbound for the Tigers. Looking for Rolfe. Rolfe at the Tiger paw.
9 seconds.
Finds Will Downton on the wing. Downton double team. Finds a cutting Scotty Drought. Drought goes up for the basket. Basket is good, and he's fouled.
Yeah, what a great pass and a great finish there by Scotty. When he gets in these runs, he is unstoppable underneath, and the Cal just can't guard that.
Mike, we talk about time and time again. I don't think there's a better coach in the state of Kentucky when it comes to setting up inbounds plays.
Yeah, there's not. There's
a beautiful play. They intentionally ran Downton up. I think they knew the Cal. Cal's been double teaming for a while now, so they knew Cal was gonna double team Willie. He finds cutting Drought for the easy 2. Free throw is good for the and 1. 52-43. 4 seconds to go. Tigers substitute a few of their starters to avoid any last-second fouls here in the third period. Daniels gets the ball. He's double-teamed. Gets up to George Washington. Washington gets a running 3.
No good.
Short.
The president does not hit.
Short.
So at the end of 3, Tigers lead 52-43. We're going to hopefully get some stats here from the stat man. Again, we want to make sure that we express gratitude to the stat man for all that he does for us. Kevin Dallas. He just continues to help the entire program. He's one of Coach Getz's most loyal supporters, provides stats, historical information. I mean, he's just awesome. One thing he did let me know before the game was that this is only the third time that Beechwood and Christian Academy Louisville have played. The other 2 matchups, January 25th, 1991, Beechwood defeats Cal 93-87. Then, a year later, January 24th, 1992, Beechwood defeats Cal again, 69-53. So Beechwood leads the series, the all-time series between these two schools, 2-0. Cal has only had a basketball program since 1981-1982 season. So interesting. But those are things that, without Statman's brilliance and his hard work, we would not know. So thank you, Statman, for all you do for Beechwood and the Beechwood Sports Radio Network. So starting this fourth quarter for the Tigers on the floor, Herget, Drought, Cameron Boyd, Will Downton, and Will Rolfe. And what a game by Cameron Boyd again.
Absolutely.
All right. Hodge, he gets it into the president. Back to Hodge. Top of the key. Elbow kicks it over to Braden Daniels. Wide open, right corner. Misses the 3. Rebound by Herget. Tigers in transition. He gets it down. Downton over to Boyd. Boyd drives baseline, puts it up. Misses. Looked like there was contact. No call, though. Daniels comes up with the ball. He's coming down the floor. Coast to coast, kicks it out to Luke Earhart. Earhart fires for 3. He misses. Mr. Football taps it away. He gets it to Downton. Down almost. They wanted showtime, but could it be? No, he puts it up and in.
Spin and
great job right
there.
54-43. Tigers extend the lead.
Great job by Herget to make that happen.
Daniels, top of the key. He fires long 3, no good. The Centurions are just throwing up shots from anywhere, and nothing's falling for them right now. They are, and again, lull. So let's take advantage of that. Let's extend this lead. All right, Daniels playing very intense defense, knocks it out of bounds in front of Will Downton. Tigers will retain possession. Connor Hahn will check in for Daniels. Daniel's a nice player. He hasn't really done much offensively. Don't have the numbers in front of him, but he's really good defensive player.
Does it all, absolutely, Mike.
All right, Rolfe, left wing, gets over to Downton, guarded by Hahn. Back to Rolfe. Tigers set their offense. 6:57 remaining. Rolfe, top of the key. Scotty, elbow, spin, puts
move.
it up, misses a shot. Rebound, Cameron Herget.
Nice
shot
job,
his block,
Cameron
but
Herget.
contact is foul is called. He will head to the line. So nice job right there by Cam, Mr. Football, to bring in that board. And he will head to the line. Greg, you got the free throw numbers for the Tigers? What is Cameron this year?
Let's see. Give me just a second here, buddy.
And first free throw.
Herget.
3 bounces and off. No
Herget
good.
comes in tonight only attempting 3 free throws to this point. 1 for 3 for 33%.
Second free throw. Falls. 55-43. 6:48 remaining. Wersch. Down the court there. Earhart dribbles in between 2 Tigers, puts up a floater. No good. Rebound.
Definitely altered that shot.
Down, gets it to Scotty. Scotty runs the point, brings it across the timeline, defended by the much smaller, younger Earhart. Scotty dribbles to his right, crosses over. Top of the key, finds Downton streaking towards the basket. He kicks out to Herget, over to Boyd, right corner.
Mike, you just got to love the unselfish play. Look
Oh,
at
it's
this.
just it's
Will
everywhere.
Downton,
Yeah.
Really, it would have been contested, but he easily could have shot that ball. Instead, kicks it out, resets the offense, and let's use a little bit of time.
And a foul called right there. Absolutely. And, I mean, and that's another reason why we have a 12-point lead right now, just selfless team play. Congratulations to Will Downton, by the way. First college offer came from Indiana University East this week. Will and his family very happy and very proud of all of his accomplishments. Here's Scotty for 3. In and out, rebound by Connor Hahn.
Certainly first of many for Will Downton.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
Sure.
He's going to be a great player at the next level wherever he lands. Hahn, free throw line, kicks it out to Wersch. Wersch dribbles towards the wing. Now he penetrates, kicks it out to Earhart. Earhart, the young sharpshooter, fires, misses. Hahn comes up with the rebound. Hahn to Hodge. Hodge, jumper just inside the three-point line. He misses. They are just not hitting anything right now, Greg.
They are broken.
Well said. Hahn, top of the key. Drives on Will Rolfe. Puts up a desperation shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Goes out of bounds, and it will remain with the Centurions.
Now, if you're the coach of Cal, you're pulling your hair out right now saying, guys, we can find a better shot. If you're Eric Getz, you're pulling your hair out saying, guys, we got a rebound.
Well, Scotty Drought showing some senior leadership right there, just imploring the Tigers to pull in those rebounds. The president inbounds. Floats it into Wersch. Wersch, jumper.
He's good.
Falls.
He's good, Mike.
Yeah, he's very good. He's been impressive. I mean, they've got 3 at this in terms of your top 3, maybe the best top 3 we've seen this year. The Tigers are just doing a great defensive job, and they can't get a run where 2 or 3 of them are playing great at the same time. Downton fires it over to Decker. Decker, left wing 3, hits it,
nailed it.
58-45. Tigers extend the lead to 13. 5:09 remaining.
And again, Willie Downton easily could have penetrated and taken the shot there. Instead, he makes the extra pass. I love it.
Wersch drives, kicks it out to Hahn. Hahn pump fakes, fires, jumper, no good. He's just missed all kinds of shots. I will say Hahn, I love his intensity, and I love, he's trying to make things happen. Unfortunately, he just can't he can't get his shots to fall. He's a nice player too. I mean, you're talking about you've got some long, athletic, talented players, and I think this is just an example of, and it could be just coming up, having to travel. Not having much. Yeah, I just think this is this is an example.
I don't think the rules of the game benefit them, Mike. I think they'd be better off if they could play with more than one basketball.
Well done. Well done. President hits a free throw. 58-46. Second free throw. Falls. 58-47. 11-point Tiger lead. Scotty across the timeline, defended by Wersch. Scotty, left elbow, kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd fires, misses the 3.
Great tip
rebound by
Cam
Decker. Decker gets it out to Boyd. Boyd over to Scotty. Yeah, definitely. Contact. Scotty comes up with the ball, though. He kicks it over to Boyd. Boyd over to Decker. Back to Boyd. Boyd fires left corner 3. Misses. Rebound.
Look at that.
Put back. Cameron Decker. Cameron Decker has had a fantastic game, Greg. 60-47.
Mike, the overall team basketball that we are witnessing on that possession was unbelievable.
Another missed shot.
Pass after extra pass.
And another missed shot by the Centurions. Rebound Scotty. Herget, left wing, gets it to Scotty, standing on the Tiger pole.
Great skip
left
pass.
Corner to Downton. Downton In years past, he might have fired that three right there, but he understands the situation here. Over to Decker. Decker left wing, over to Downton, left corner, three.
Boom, got
That's it! 63-47. Wow.
Mike, these are 5 guys on the floor for Beechwood that just enjoy playing the game.
Absolutely. Chemistry at its finest. Another missed shot by Wersch. Rebound by Decker. He gets it to Drought. Drought, free throw line, puts up a shot, draws contact, however, he'll head to the free throw line. Tigers this game is they're in complete control of this game right now, and you said it. This is what happens when you've got 5 seniors that love playing together, that have created a culture on that team. And then you're looking at 4 seniors and Cameron Boyd on the floor. They trust their younger players. They've taught that. They've helped teach them how to play.
Yeah.
Just a really great performance tonight by these Tigers against a really good team.
They have the ultimate team first attitude right now, Mike. And we always talk about this in college that, hey, if you focus on the team, you focus on winning games, the rest takes care of itself.
All right, the president. Right wing three, no good. President struggling all night long. Scotty comes
Mike,
up with the
because
rebound.
of his struggles, we really haven't been able to throw out near the presidential puns we were hoping to
the cherry tree, telling the truth all the time, all of them, yeah.
I was looking for the first foul he disputed.
Decker,
hey, he can't
three,
tell a lie.
misses it.
Look
my God, what a great play.
Herget.
Great play. Cameron Herget with the tip to Cameron Boyd, who puts it up and in. 65-47. Beechwood leads over Christian Academy Louisville. And I think Cal's bench, their head coach, and their community that are here tonight, I think they're stunned by this result.
Absolutely.
I think they did not expect this at all.
No.
What a great job by Coach Getz and this staff getting this team ready in such a short time frame. Looking good, Greg. We have let's see, I'm not sure when this one was. Let's see. We have a stat sheet here. I'm not sure. Okay, yep, no, that's an older one, so we'll come back to that after the game. But 3:07 remaining, 65-47, Beechwood leads. On the floor for Cal. Wersch, the president, 15, Greg. Oh, okay, so we're going to have some newer players stepping in. Daniels is on the floor, and then we got number 5 and number 15.
Jordan McClure is number 5. Number 15, Jackson Washington. I wonder if there's a relation there, Mike. I do not know.
I believe that's his younger brother. Another long-range bomber. Had a nice JV game.
Only a freshman.
All right, the president kicks it into Daniels. Braden Daniels. An impressive, intense player. He's played great defense tonight when he's been in. Daniels, right wing. Kicks it to the president. The president wants a three, but great defense by Scotty. They're going to call a foul. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so 2:55 remaining. We're going to see some long-range bombs here from Cal here.
Yeah,
try to get back into this, but this is that they've dug themselves too big of a hole. The president will head to the free throw line.
I think now it's safe to say, as long as he's in the game with Shada under 3 minutes ago, if he gets the ball, it's going up.
Yep. Free throw good. 65-48. Again, cannot emphasize enough what a tremendous defensive effort tonight by these Tigers. Cal came into tonight averaging 80.3 points a game with 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. They only have 49. Cam Herget. Down the floor, showing his quarterback skills. Tried to find Will Downton. Downton gets it in. Well,
nice save
go
by
out of bounds. Nice job right there. It goes off of the president's younger brother, Jackson Washington. Maybe, I wonder if it's Andrew Jackson Washington.
I bet it is, Mike.
All right, Downton will inbound in the corner. Bounce pass into Scotty on the block. Scotty kicks it out to Downton. Downton, downtown three, no good. And a rebound there by Wersch. Wersch down the floor to the president. The president, showtime. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
That was nasty.
That was impressive. That's kind of like what you used to do in high school and college.
No, I don't think I ever did anything like that.
Man, he is good. Can you imagine? He's got 2 years left.
I know.
2 years remaining. All right, 2:25 remaining, 65-51. Scotty with the ball, top the key, over to Downton, right wing. Downton finds a streak to Ken Boyd. Boyd cuts it out to Herget.
Herget. I love it.
Back out to Downton. Control. This is being in control.
Drought.
Downton triple teamed. Yeah.
Drought triple teamed with the Tiger ball.
Yeah.
That, another half second, and somebody was getting a wide open
Yes.
layup there, Mike.
Yeah. All right, Scotty at the line. Free throw. No good. And rebound by the president. The president down the floor, across the timeline, dribbles between his legs, kicks it over to McClure in the left corner. McClure, bounce pass into Wersch on the blocks. Wersch kicks it out to the younger Washington, who misses a three.
No
rebound by
hesitation.
Scotty. Scotty gets it to Herget. Herget down the floor, across the timeline.
Great find by
Cross
Herget.
court to Downton to Boyd, left corner. Boyd bounce pass back out to Downton. Downton finds Herget, right corner. Cross court to Downton, standing just outside the Tiger Paw. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ball will go out of the bounds. Okay. Cal possession. Jackson Washington will inbound here. Gets it into his brother, El Presidente. George Washington III, runner, kicks it to Braden Daniels. Daniels, runner. Wow! Oh, wow, block shot.
Goodness.
Scotty Drought. He comes up with it. Scotty in transition, gets it to Cameron Boyd.
Oh,
Boyd loses
lost
it. Kicks it over to Downton. Downton, and they're going to call Trev on Cameron Boyd. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? That was a heater. That was a missile pass there. Cameron just
I don't
couldn't
think
come
Boyd
up with
was expecting it. I mean, that was a beautiful no-look pass by Drought. Drought had his head up, looking to the right side the whole time, just fired it to his left. What a block by Drought.
That was awesome.
Mike, that was
awesome.
nasty.
That was awesome. Another fantastic game by Scotty tonight. I know we haven't had a chance to talk much about, Scotty in his senior year and completing his career, but Scotty comes into tonight with 2,532 career points.
Mike, I'm not sure what happened here. We must have a technical foul against Cal. I'm not sure what.
So Downton with the free throw. No good. And every coach, McBride, Volpe, Hart, and Ward, and Getz all shake their head at the same time. That was fun. That was funny. But Will knocks down the second free throw, 66-51. Tigers lead, 1:19 remaining. Cameron Herget will inbound. I think Cal's just a little rattled right now. Again, didn't expect this. Expect this blitzkrieg from the Tigers.
Right.
Cam gets it into Drought. Drought against the president. Drought across the timeline, top of the key, over to Downton, right wing.
Cal's probably thinking right now, why did we pick up this game?
Yep. Downton over to Herget. Herget finds a wide open Boyd. Boyd, however, kicks it out to Scotty. Scotty, cross court to Boyd, 59 seconds remaining. Cameron drives.
Great find.
Kicks it out. And the president fouls Scotty. Scotty will go to the line again. Tough spot for Coach Aaron Hill in his first year here.
Yeah.
I think if you would have asked Coach Hill if someone was up 66-51 with 52.9 seconds to go in the game, he would have said without a question it was going to be his Centurions. Scotty's first free throw falls. Wholesale substitutions for Cal. Stephen Wersch and Braden Daniels check out. The president will take a seat. In terms of and I have to think this through, but through 7 games now, that is by far the best top three we've seen. They just, unfortunately, for Cal, Coach Hill, and the Centurions, they just weren't hitting, and they ran up against a great defense tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike.
All right, Beechwood's going to call a quick timeout. 68-51, 52.9 seconds to go. Fantastic effort here. And we've talked about, a couple of great performances this year, but in terms of, almost. I mean, the first quarter there was a little bit of a lull, but in terms of beginning to end, probably the best performance by the Tigers this year, I would think.
Yeah, Mike, absolutely. Especially, a very strong second quarter. Stumbled a bit to start the second half, but, man, the second half of that third quarter and through the fourth quarter, it's like the Tigers took a big step forward as far as offensive execution. They're just playing so well as a team on the offensive end right now, making the extra pass, finding the open man. They've been very efficient efficient shooting the ball. And defensively, Mike, like we've talked about all season long, defensively, man, You know, yeah, they're not a big team by any means, but, man, they are long, and they can wreak some havoc.
Yes. All right, Cal. Jackson Washington, he fires for three. He misses. Rebound underneath by Cal. Our big man puts it up, misses a shot. Ruben Recton, he comes up with the rebound.
Nice to see the senior checking in.
Ruben Recton, a strong rebounder for the Tigers when he comes in. He gets it to Carson Way. Carson Way with a little jumper.
Nice floater.
Nothing but net. Carson Way. Remember that name, Tiger Nation. Carson Way is going to be a leader next year. He is one heck of a player. Long range three, no good. Once again, fight for the rebound. Mitchell Berger comes up with it. Pushed. Mitchell Berger, shorter than all three players that were surrounding him, and he came up with that board, swinging those elbows, and came out of there with the ball, and some frustration there by Cal.
Now Mitchell Berger may be a young player, but look, if you're Cal, that's probably the last person you want to pick a fight with on this team.
Absolutely. All right, Ty Evanston, he'll inbound it to Brady. 13 seconds remaining. Brady's fouled. He's fouled by McClure. Mitchell Berger heaves the ball down the floor. 70-51, 19
poor effort by the official. Mitchell Berger led him. The official made no effort to make it. He made no effort to make a play on the ball. Come on, guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Jeez.
All right, Brady Moore at the line. Free throw. No good. With the win, Greg, the Tigers will move to 6-1 on the season. This week we're looking at Connor, Cooper, and Franklin County. Connor and Cooper, all three games on the way, so we got some talking to do about that. And rebound on the missed free throw by Ruben Recton. Recton fouled, and he will head to the free throw line, and the bench mob going crazy. That's exactly what they wanted to see.
Ruben Recton, smile on his face. I think he's thankful they called that foul. It saved him from a travel there. So Recton will go for the line. I'd like to see him get his name in the stat line tonight.
Recton, one of the, if not the greatest soccer player in the history of Beechwood High School. Just a scoring machine on the pitch.
Absolutely.
And I will tell you that these seniors.
What do we got now, Mike?
I'm not sure. I just think there's some chippiness on the floor. I think some of the big guys that came in for Cal there's a little extra physicality from those guys, maybe a little chippiness, but either way, Ruben at the line. Second free throw. Fall.
Attaboy, Ruben Recton.
71-51 pushes the lead to 20, and the bench mob up and cheering for their guy, Ruben Recton.
Very, very, very limited contingent of students were allowed to visit tonight's game, and they love seeing Ruben Recton get on the board.
5 seconds remaining. Ruben holding the ball. And, all right, Greg Polier, 71-51. Beechwood knocks off Christian Academy Louisville with the win. The Tigers move to 6-1 on the season. Big road week ahead. We've got Connor, Cooper, and Franklin County, three very good teams. Actually, not sure about Franklin County. We'll have to check that. But Connor and Cooper, two very good teams. Connor, big rematch from last year's 9th Region tournament. I know that's a game that, Coach Getz and his staff would really like to win that game, Greg.
Yes,
But,
no doubt.
But in terms of tonight, again, I've just taken a look through the schedule here. I would say, from beginning to end, the best performance that we've seen from the Tigers this season.
No doubt.
As we said, one little lull there in the first quarter, but they were able to come out of it quickly. Great performances from Scotty Drought and Will Downton once again. Sophomore Cameron Boyd with perhaps, with the breakout game that this staff and Tiger Nation knew was going to come sooner or later. He had, again, the thing with him is he's starting to make crucial baskets. It's like when he's scoring, it's at big moments, and that's
right.
That's how you kind of unleash the beast in a younger player and give them that confidence they need to feel like they belong. And I think that's what he's not that he hasn't had it, but, he's still, he's a sophomore, again, playing with mostly seniors. So great job by him. So just a great way to cap the weekend. And, again, we're lucky we were able to get this game in. Cal, unfortunately for them, they ran into a defensive buzzsaw tonight, and when you run into a team playing great defense and you're just not hitting shots, this is what happens. So
yeah,
and we said, Greg, I again have to look at this real quick and make sure that I'm not missing any. But in terms of top 3 players, Wersch, the president, and Daniels, I mean that's as good a top 3 as we've seen. I mean, really good. I mean, St. Henry's got Veith, Bessler, and but I don't think they've got a third that compares to Braden Daniels. So that's a nice team.
It is a nice team. They got to find their way, and they're going to have to find it quick. But they got to find their way. They got some talent. They just haven't put it together.
Yeah, and I know that community and Coach Hill and his staff, they have high hopes for this team, and we will be rooting for them in Fort Mitchell all year. We thank as I'm sure the coaching staff has showed their gratitude to Coach Hill and his staff. We're very appreciative that they were able to come up here and make this game happen because, in a season like this, you just want to get in as many games as possible. And I know that, Coach Getz and his staff, they were working the phones for quite some time trying to find a game, so it's not easy.
Right.
So great job by Coach Getz and his staff making this happen. Thank you to Coach Hill and his staff for making this happen. And another great night to be a Tiger, Greg.
No doubt, Michael.
So what we'll do is actually it looks like I don't have Statman has not sent a stat sheet yet. So we'll get that, and then we'll come back with a player with Coach Getz and hopefully a player. So thank you once again, everyone, for logging into Boxcast and watching our broadcast tonight, Greg. Maybe sometime soon we'll have to get our mugs on the screen. What do you think?
Mike, we have faces made for radio, bud.
That's what I keep hearing that. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but
yeah. Look. If Getz or Ryan Booth, if they're gonna spring and get us some Wide World of Sports style red blazers, maybe
that'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I think we're gonna have to look into that one.
Absolutely.
So okay, it looks like. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take a break. Katie, if you could take us away, we'll be right back as soon as we get Coach Getz and some stats up here. Once again, thank you for listening, and as always, go Tigers. And we are back here at the Den at Beechwood High School, where your Beechwood Tigers have just knocked off Christian Academy of Louisville 71-51. With the win, the Tigers moved to 6-1 on the season. Tigers led tonight by Scotty Gerald with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and Will Downton with 17 points, 5 boards, and 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Coach Gatz, congratulations on the win. Heck of an effort defensively by your Tigers.
We just talked. I thought it was a clinic. I mean, these guys were playing tonight, and they're really talented. Of course, led by the Prez, and they're averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of 75, 80 points a game, and they haven't scored less than 73 in any game. And I thought we really did a great job. I think we've been guarding each and every game. I think that's been a staple. Offensively, it's going to take a little time to find our way completely as we bring guys into new roles, but we're not turning the ball over. We're being pretty efficient. Our top guys are playing really efficiently. And as the guys around them grow into their roles and gain confidence at that end, if we can rebound the ball consistently, I like where we're at.
I know one of the big things that you and your staff emphasize to your squad is complete performance, beginning to end. How would you say this performance ranks up this year in terms of overall performance from your team from beginning to end?
We weren't supposed to play this game, so everything that's going on in the world has brought us to play Christian Academy of Louisville today. Right. It's just a game you found, and we found them, and then we looked at them and these guys are really good. We got our hands full tonight.
Yeah.
I got my assistant coaches text me, hey, we got our hands full. I got my radio broadcast guys text me saying these guys are all world. So we need to be challenged.
Is that me?
Might have been you, Mike.
Yeah.
Might have been you.
we need to be challenged. I told you the St. Henry game. The greatest disadvantage we had going into that game is we haven't played any close games. This ends up a 20-point game, but it's a really highly competitive game where you got to play some end-of-game type scenarios, and we need more of that as we approach our district game, and we'll get that. Our schedule certainly beefs up here, and this was a great opportunity to pick up a quality opponent within a 24-hour period and get them at home, and I thought we played really, really well.
The president, George Washington III, one of the most highly touted players in the state of Kentucky right now as a sophomore. He comes into tonight averaging 25 points a game. He leaves 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond three-point range with a quiet 15 points. Talk about going into the game. What was your plan against him, and how happy are you with the way your young men performed against him?
Short notice to prepare for him. He's obviously a spectacularly talented kid, young man for a sophomore, probably the highest ranked sophomore in the state. We got a pretty good one ourselves, who was one of the many guys who was guarding him to start the game. We were switching everything. We had a short prep for this, obviously, but we worked yesterday on switching to the guy. We put a blue jersey on the guy for the other team in practice because he's the blue chipper, so he gets special attention. But as we got a little foul trouble early, and they kept putting Scotty in ball screen, so we just went to our one defense, which means you stay with your one guy, and we rotated who that one guy was guarding him all night long, from Cam Decker to Cam Herget to Mitchell Berger, who got his first major taste tonight, and then finished with the sophomore on him. And every one of them did a great job making him work for his touches, and then his shots that he took were of, it was high degree of difficulty.
Right.
So he got his 15, but, man, he had to earn them and wasn't very efficient, whereas our guys, Scotty and Willie, had just another, highly efficient night at that end.
Yeah, Coach, but yeah, you hold Cal to 30% shooting from the floor, 14% from the three-point line, just to
awesome.
add on to that defensive efficiency that you all brought out tonight. But one thing, Coach, that Mike and I couldn't get enough of, we were just so thrilled to death watching your team in the half-court offense tonight. It seemed like every possession, especially in that third and fourth quarter, your guys were looking to make the extra pass, looking to find the open man. I mean, and we were talking about this when we got the stat sheet. Drought puts up 26, but you know what? I mean, you never would have thought it was 26. You got 3 other guys in double digits. It was just beautiful team basketball tonight. 17 assists to only 7 turnovers. Yeah. Beautiful team basketball tonight.
It starts with Scotty. Scotty's running the entire show. He's our best, he and Decker, but Scotty had 9 rebounds again tonight. He keeps us under control. He pushes it when we need tempo, but then when we don't, he's out there commanding attention. And he's just such a tough guard. He's such a tough matchup that he gets everybody else open. So his unselfishness and his buying into that this year is just contagious, and everybody's pulling for each other. The one interchange, I think Herget might have tipped a rebound.
Yeah,
got it, came back out to Decker. Decker hit it to Boyd. Boyd threw it back. Decker made the extra one right back to Boyd, and the sophomore hit the three. Just their willingness to share the basketball right now and play for each other all the way to the bench. For the second time this year, we've gotten our bench warned for being overzealous. I mean, that tells you.
You love it.
You don't like it, but it tells you guys are into the game.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's just been a complete team effort, and that's exactly what we said. Just team.
Yeah.
Everybody that was on the floor tonight, I think we played 8 or 9 guys, and every one of them gave us positive minutes and contributed, again, against a quality team.
Which leads me to my next question, Coach. You got Brady Moore coming off the bench. He's just a steady Eddie for you. Doesn't wow you, but takes care of the ball, plays good, solid defense. Cameron Boyd, that was kind of his coming out party tonight, I think. He had a great game. You got Mitchell Berger, who's really seen limited minutes up till tonight, comes in, makes an impact, especially defensively and rebounding the ball. I mean, you got to be thrilled to death with the growth of your team and the growth of your bench.
Well, here's what we got. We got 5 seniors who start. And most have experience. Hergs is limited experience, but he's just a winner. He's a dog, right? And I thought he played like it tonight.
Absolutely.
We keep telling him about just you're not Mr. Basketball, you're Mr. Football. And basketball, just go and do your thing. Play great defense, help us rebound the ball, make smart decisions. I think he's starting to understand, and I thought he was phenomenal tonight.
Absolutely.
But then you look at who we're bringing off the bench, okay? So Ty Everson's gotten some early experience. He's a really smart junior. You can put him in any circumstance. But then look at the other guys. You got sophomore Cam Boyd, who is so talented offensively, and playing with Taunton and Droude. You know, he's nowhere near the top of your scouting report, but he's such a terrific scorer.
Yeah.
And he can do other things as he grows and matures in terms of defensively and rebounding the ball, you know, and eventually ball handling, you know. And then you're also bringing off Brady Moore and Mitchell Berger, who are just winners. I mean, they're state football champions for a reason. You know, they're gutty, they are tough, they're physical, and they don't desire any glory. They just want to go in and do their part. And Mitchell Berger tonight was a huge key to success, because we could throw him in there. We had a little foul trouble, and he could guard the best sophomore in the state theoretically and shut him down. You know, and he's just such a physical presence. I'm just so happy that you know, we've got that mix of football and basketball. Our core guys are basketball guys, but man, what a difference it makes when you've got that handful of football guys and their physicality and their winning mentality. You know, just like Duncan Ball and Dayton Ball a couple years ago. It's just it could be a special and magical mix.
So you have one of your most impressive team performance of the season, of many so far, but you head into a big week. We've got on the road against Connor, on the road against Cooper, on the road against Franklin County.
Franklin County's been moved. That date was moved. I got to get you guys on my email list. It's been moved to, I think, February 27th. Okay. Something like that. I think it looks like we're going to pick up Cincinnati-Aiken maybe next Friday.
Okay.
So we're looking at a 4-game week, you know, so we don't have a whole lot of prep time, but we're going to get great experience against quality programs and teams. And our recent history with the Connor Cougars is not left a pleasant taste in our mouth. So we're looking forward to going out to Hebron on Monday and hopefully correcting a little bit of that.
Last question I have for you. Your JV team moves out to 5-0. Coach Hart has those young men playing fantastic basketball. Talk about those kids and how they're playing.
Fun to watch, aren't they?
Oh, they're
they
awesome.
Just share the ball. Again, there's zero ego on that team. They're, you know, we subbed there late in the game. I put 5 guys in for the last minute. I was glad to see Ruben get on the board there. But I told those guys, you guys are 5 varsity players. Go out there and play like varsity players. You know, on a JV team, it's just been music to watch. I mean, the ball moves. Everybody's coordinated defensively. They're deep. They shoot the ball well. You know, they don't have tremendous size necessarily, but Sam Stacy and Maddox, they are physical presence for them, and then their guard play is just so good from top to bottom. Coach Hart, as usual, playing all the right notes, and I love watching them. You know, and they're off to a great start. They got a chance to make a run at a JV regional championship, which I'd love nothing more than see them take it home.
Is that next game been scheduled? Do we have that Thursday?
Well, we thought it was going to be Ryle today, but that didn't work out. So we're kind of in a holding pattern. I'm not real sure.
Okay.
I've had enough time the last 24 hours trying to work with our varsity schedule. Coach Hart can do a little of the heavy lifting with the JV schedule.
No, Coach, I'll let you go. Great win tonight, and I think probably more important than the win is just you got to be thrilled to death with the steps that this team has taken tonight and shown as far as their improvement and coming together as a team. And you're not where you want to be, nor you're not where you can be, nor do you want to be this early in the season. But at the same time, you're thrilled to death with where you're at.
They keep doing what they're doing. I like where we are, and more importantly, I like where we're headed. Yesterday's practice was extremely spirited. Thank you, stat man, on the job. Extremely spirited. They seem to really be enjoying each other and enjoying the process. We've got to get better when we get challenged and things aren't going great. We've got to get better there. So I'm hoping we get some challenges here coming up, which I'm sure we will. But it's a really talented team. They're buying into what we're selling. They're sharing the basketball. They're enjoying each other. And if they continue to do that, I like our club.
There you go.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Mike, was that a Coach Cal quote at the end, did I hear? I like my club. I like my team. I
Let's
hear
not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah. All right, we got do we have a couple? Are you – okay. All right. Okay.
Mitchell, welcome to the show, buddy.
Star of the game. Now, let's
star
just make
of the
sure
game.
we get out there.
You're
star
right.
Of the game.
Mitchell Berger, our star of the game. Mitchell, we just got done talking to Coach Getz, and what a luxury it is for him. You've played limited minutes coming into this game. You come into this game, absolute lockdown defense on one of the best sophomores in the state. You play physical. You're not backing down from anybody. You're
especially
hitting the
from the
boards
president.
especially from the president, George Washington. Congratulations on a great game, man. Just talk about how it felt tonight and getting some good key minutes and just coming in as an underclassman and contributing.
Thank you. I was told one job, guard 40, don't let him get the ball. And we locked him down. He had 15 or something like that.
Quiet 15.
Quiet 15,
Yeah.
That's right.
And it wasn't really efficient for him.
No.
So I'm just curious. You're so basketball or football, basketball, baseball. You've been in that grind for how many years now? You come into this year, not sure where your role was, varsity, JV, where you were going to fit. You end up, really impressing the coaches to the point where you're, early off the bench tonight in a big game. Your football season, you just had a tremendous year. Congratulations on that, by the way. How much fun are you having this year?
A lot. It was a question if I was going to play this year. I just got out there. I'm happy I did.
What when it was questionable, when you weren't certain, what kind of helped you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm playing this year.
Usually it was like my parents. They didn't want me to quit a sport that I've enjoyed for 10 years. But it's a lot playing 3 sports.
Sure.
We got that week break, which was really good because I came off that ankle injury.
Yeah. How are you doing with that?
Good.
It's good. It's good. Good. For those of you that aren't aware, it was Breathitt County game football, right?
The Lloyd game, I set out the Breathitt one.
And in the Lloyd game, Mitchell had a pretty extensive injury, and he was able to come back towards the end of the season and help win the state championship in football. So glad to hear that's going well. What is it like playing with these guys? 5 seniors, Scotty Drought, Will Downton. Those guys have helped really kind of put this program on the map. Talk about what that's been like for you this year.
It's great. I mean, they all shoot the lights out, and when they play together, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Greg?
I got nothing, man.
Okay. So, I got it. Well, good, because I got a couple other things. So, let me ask you this. Talk about. I'm going to rewind to the football state championship game because unfortunately, just because of the separation between us in the press box in that game and then you on the field, we weren't able to kind of get some post game stuff in that game. Talk about this football season and what it meant to you to walk away with the state championship title.
It was awesome. I mean, especially to be the first one to win a 2A state champ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure after not. You don't want to be like the class that doesn't win one.
Right.
Because we've won 4 to the last 5, I think.
Yep.
and you just don't want to be like the one to end the winning streak.
Now, did you, you have a tremendous season on both sides of the ball. Accolades coming in left and right. All Northern Kentucky on both sides of the ball. Nominated for Defensive Player of the Year. You're obviously you're not someone who requires attention or wants attention, but you're getting a lot of it. How has that been for you?
It's great. I mean, I get like a lot of shout outs on Twitter, and I try to retweet them and like them all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Moving back to basketball. This team with you, or with the 5 seniors, with you, Cameron, the other juniors and sophomores that are kind of weaving their way in and out. How good can this team be? How far can this team go?
If we're knocking shots down, I think we can compete with like anyone in the region.
That's awesome. Well, Mitchell, congratulations on a fantastic effort tonight.
Thank you.
We appreciate your spending some time with us, and Greg, I think this is going to be the first of many with this young man.
Absolutely, absolutely exciting.
So, congratulations on a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we still on? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, Greg, that young man, we've seen a lot of this community has been blessed to see a lot of standout athletes.
Absolutely.
And he is going to, by the time he's done here, he's going to be one of the top
Absolutely.
ones. So
He's a stud. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
right. I know. DNA, it's an amazing thing,
goodness.
right?
Oh, my goodness.
But tremendous effort by him tonight.
Absolutely.
And I think.
You know what I like about him, Mike?
Yeah.
He's a man of few words, but his words have substance. I love that.
Right on. No, hey, listen. I'll tell you what. Coach Getz said it perfectly. It's the same thing with him and him and Brady Moore. They're winners.
Absolutely.
And you can't make a run at a 9th region title and a run at Rupp Arena in the Sweet 16 without having both basketball players and winners off the bench
Absolutely.
that know their roles.
And you're 100% right, Mike. And you got. That's been the culture change at Beechwood, quite honestly, is Coach Getz hit the nail on the head. You got your core group of basketball players, right? It wasn't always that way. It was, 20 years ago, it was, hey, we got to wait for some of our better players to get done with football before we can start really doing anything. Yeah. So now it's like, hey, we're waiting. We got our kids. We got our horses. Now we're waiting for a few contributing pieces.
Yes.
And something Coach Getz knows and respects and talks a lot about is the fact that, what Coach Rash has done over on the football side is, and that's so valuable for those that play basketball as well, is that winning mentality, knowing how to win games, and that's just, it's so complimentary.
Couldn't agree more. So just looking ahead again real quick, on Monday night, the Tigers will travel to Hebron and take on the Connor Cougars, who coached by one of the best young coaches in the 9th region, Matthew Oddie. They are playing very well right now. They've started out 6-1. They've beaten Lawrenceburg, Cooper, Grant County, Boone County, and Covington Holy Cross, and they have beaten every one of those teams. The only close game they played was against South Dearborn. The rest have been very convincing victories. For those of you that are unaware, the reason why this is such a big game for Coach Getz and his staff and the Tigers is because Connor knocked out Beechwood from the 9th region tournament last season, again in convincing fashion. So this is a game that the Tigers really want. Yeah,
Mike. I mean, that was a tough one, and Connor beat them early on in the season at Connor, and that was a game that the Tigers walked away from thinking, how the heck did we lose that game? You know what I mean? So then the Tigers come in the 9th region tournament saying, hey, we're getting revenge, we're the better team, and then bam, it happens again.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, they're going to have a giant chip on their shoulders walking into this game, that's for sure.
Connor returns senior point guard Riley Osterber, who has really had great games against Connor or against Beechwood for years. He averages 16 points a game. Spencer Cousins returns. He averages 12.8 points a game. So they are back and loaded. And then on. Let's see. Then we will travel to Cooper later in the week, and that, Coach Sullivan, that's always a tough game. So we got a big week ahead.
Fantastic coach.
So we got a big week ahead. But this is the kind of game that kind of leapfrogs you, that you want to leapfrog you and catapult you into a big week like that.
No
so
doubt.
with that, Greg, Katie and Brian Booth are giving us the high sign.
Yeah,
and
they're like, you guys just quit talking.
Yes.
How do you guys talk this long?
Right. We could for at least another 20
keep
minutes.
on going on.
I mean, we would need to consider some.
We can talk about the challenge. We can talk about. Let's get Ryan Booth up here. Ryan, you want to interview, man?
All right. With that, that's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Boxcast tonight to check out the Tigers knocking off Christian Academy Louisville 71-51. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you Monday night.
Go Tigers.